Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be doing a day in the life video. I have a lot of work today. I've got to film a bunch of videos. I did a bunch of part one, so like if you've seen my content, you know that I do a lot of transition videos. Normally, I don't film full videos all in the same day. So what I'll do is on the one day, I will just have a chill day like this, wear a hoodie or whatever, and film a bunch of part ones and do my transition. And then the next day, I will get all dolled up for the entire day, pick multiple outfits, finish the transitions in my new look. So that's what we're doing today. First thing that I do on days like this, I move into picking out what I'm going to wear for the transitions. I have a dress that I'm going to be wearing. Then I come in, I do my hair and my makeup. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, normally I'd throw on a podcast or some YouTube to, sorry if I'm talking funny now, I had to put my teeth back in. I'll normally throw on a podcast or some YouTube while I do this, but today I'm hanging out with you guys. While we're getting ready, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some tips, tricks, things that I've learned over the last year of being a full-time influencer. Thing number one that I have learned and actually recently been reminded of when you are an influencer, more than brand deals, more than getting your name out there, more than pretty much anything in the influencer world, the number one most important thing is the love and respect of your followers. Don't forget that, okay? Once you get to a point where brands want to work with you and you're past like that beginning of stages of I've never partnered with a brand before, you need to be picky. You need to be real picky with who you partner with. Don't be afraid to turn a brand deal down.
Well. How the turntables.
Do your fucking research too. Like absolutely do your research on a brand before you just start working with them. Number two, value honesty above everything. All of like these big influencers that like do really well, their fans respect the shit out of their opinion because they know they're not being lied to or fed bullshit. And that kind of coincides with being picky with who you work with. Do not work with a brand just because they want to work with you. Work with a brand because you respect them and you would honestly be thrilled to push them to your followers and be like, hey, like if you're gonna put your money somewhere for something like this is a brand that I highly recommend because I worked with them and I had a great experience, or I bought their products and I was incredibly impressed. People will say that about just about any single company that sends them money. Don't be that person. If you want to be respected, if you want people to listen to you and see you as a serious influencer and not just a money-hungry influencer, you gotta be picky, you gotta be honest. That all being said, I know that when you're just starting out in the influencing world, it is really, really difficult to be picky because it's a beggars can't be choosers situation, sort of. You can be the chooser, obviously, but it's understandable to jump at the chance to work with a brand that accepts your application. What I'm talking about specifically is if you already have a following, you already have reputable brands that you're working with, you have a lot more opportunity to be like, no, that's okay. Because I'll be honest, that Shein brand deal is probably something 6 months ago I would have jumped at the chance to do. But obviously it's one of those situations where it's like, when we know better, we do better. If you don't know better, that's not necessarily on you, other than the fact that you didn't do your fucking research.
Did you do your research? Do your research!
Which is what I will always recommend, especially if you are actually going to be influencing mass amounts of people to support a business. Oh my God. Be honest. Do your fucking research. Okay. Ow. Tip number, I think we're on tip number 3. Are we on tip number 3? We're on tip number 3. Tip number 3, looking out for scams. Here's what I know for a fucking fact. No business is going to be reaching out to you on Instagram from an account that has pretty much no followers to be like, hey, if you go follow us on our main account, then you can apply to da-da-da-da-da. Scam number 2 to look out for is a brand emailing you and that email ends in at iCloud.com, at gmail.com, at outlook.com, here's why that's a red flag. Every single business owns a business domain. If you're talking about Shein, Pretty Little Thing, Dior, whoever you're going to be working with, they own an email domain in the name of their business. So it will be influencer team at Shein.com, influencer team at Dior.com, social media marketing team at PrettyLittleThing.com, whatever. Not that those are the exact emails, but it will be at that business name.com. If it says Gmail or anything like a basic bitch email that any human being can make, that means that the person that is emailing you does not have access to the domain of the actual company. Don't get scammed. There are ways to verify it if you're really holding on to the fact that, no, I really think it's them. Go to their website and try to find their email, or sign up for their ambassador program and get them to email you. That's how you find out. Right there. Influencer tip number 4. You should be versatile in your platforms. You should not be doing 90% of your content on one platform. You should be doing a majority of your content on at least 3 platforms. At least. And the reason I say this is because each platform goes through changes on a yearly basis that can make it more difficult for you to get views on that specific platform. When you're getting started in influencing, do it right out the gate. Do it right out the fucking gate. I started YouTube so late into my influencing that I don't have very much content up right now. If you're interested in getting started, do all 3 right out the gate. And if you want to be ahead of the curve, look for up and coming social media apps like Clapper. Get on there, check it out, see what it's about. Try and make a name for yourself on a platform that doesn't have 800 million people trying to make a name for themselves on that platform. That's another great way to get started, because there are people that got to TikTok before everyone else and they're huge. Same with Vine. Vine was the same way. It was basically like early bird gets the worm. People that hopped on Vine pretty much immediately and started making content, every single one of them got famous. Wild. And this was before they were all influencers. Vine is what made them influencers, is what made them famous, because they were early to the app and they were already making really good content. And most people that get these apps are just viewers. Most people are not creators. So if you're early to an app and you're a creator and you're doing stuff like that already, the app doesn't have any choice but to pump out most of your content to new downloads as their platform grows, because you're one of maybe only a couple thousand actual creators. Say they have, 5,000, 10,000 downloads. Well, 7,000 of those 10,000 are just going to be viewers. I highly, highly, highly recommend that if you're getting started, maybe when you're being versatile in your platforms, you pick 2 platforms and a platform that is new. Now, I always debate on doing eyeliner. It is an extra step that most of the time I don't do. I'm trying to decide. Do I do what I normally don't do? Or do I do it? Ew. Okay, just skip the eyeliner and we're just going to move on to hair. Do I do anything with my hair, or do I leave it kind of wild and free like this? Kind of into this. Okay, so ignore that. It's a face that I'm probably gonna make in one of my videos, but you didn't see it just now. You didn't see it. I hope that you guys are pulling something from all this. I hope that it's helpful to you. Moving back into my day in the life thing, next thing that needs to be done is lights. So I finished my makeup, I finished my hair, and then I do my light setup. This is part of my light setup right here. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a smaller production of lights today. I have 2 neon lights like that change colors. I have 4 lights altogether. And the other 2 lights are umbrella lights that give me a really bright natural light, which right now I'm just getting from my ring light, which I think for what I'm doing today is going to be enough. This is my bright light that I love so much. If you guys want a video, ooh, that's kind of pretty. If you guys want a video on my lights, the lights that I use, the brands, how much they are, all that stuff, let me know, because these are like kind of a recent purchase for me and I absolutely love them, and they've made my videos 10 times better quality. Anyways, I'm gonna get dressed real quick and then you can see the final look and we'll be out of here. This is the final look for what I'm going to be filming today. How cute it is. Well, I had so much fun talking to you guys today. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.